lớn đối diện với giả dối, anh vô mong em trân trọng đem tình yêu ra trao. Khiêm lớn có đi đâu cả tối, chỉ còn gọi và nói với mẹ rằng con không sao. Khiêm lớn cũng đã trưởng thành rồi, con nghe thêm vài lần thì sẽ thấy không đâu. Em phải luôn tự tin vì anh đã đứng ở đây, bọn người ta là khinh em đã đứng on stage. Hãy thể hiện cho mọi người thấy em xứng đáng được chọn, không phải do may mắn mà vì em cực hay. Ai cũng tin em làm được, cần kiên cường thôi. Bản thân không ai ràng buộc, chỉ cần khiêm nhường thôi. Đừng đánh mất trên mình khi mà đi ngược lối, cứ mạnh mẽ đối diện như chuyện bình thường thôi. Đã là bao nhiêu lâu kể từ khi niềm đau là em chôn vùi sâu, tìm cách để thoát khỏi đó, tự nhủ là không sao đâu. Cũng là 3-4 năm so với vài tiếng đồng hồ người khác chờ đợi quá lâu, đến lúc đã bay lên cao, làm cách đúng đắn và làm nó xứng đáng, sao cho những điều em ước không còn là khi chỉ bao. Để đám nết để thành bầy tỷ phú là những người được chọn grow up và cùng đi bên nhau, mỗi ngày sẽ thành một ngày tốt.
Mưa rơi làm chi, mưa đừng trước tôi nữa để tôi một mình. Mưa bằng bao sầu bi, bao hạt mưa rơi xuống tựa như cực hình. Biết yêu là hoang đường mà sao như một phương hướng, cứ đâm đầu lao vào rồi đâm ngay vào tường. Ngỡ yêu được đúng người mà người thấy anh bằng người mới, giờ mới hay tình yêu với em như trò chơi.
Ngày vui đã tan, tình ta cũng tan tành, mình anh giữa đêm ngoài đường phố mưa lạnh, nhìn khói thuốc bay, lòng sao thấy khô cằn vì thuốc lá cay mà không thấy cay bằng ngày em đã hay. Ngày em đã hay. Ngày vui đã tan, tình ta cũng tan tành, mình anh giữa đêm ngoài đường phố mưa lạnh, nhìn khói thuốc bay.
welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. We have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Just joining us, we are already underway. It's a good spell of possession, this. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally you'll be bound to see him in the final third where he can get the very best out of his strength.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Ødegaard. Alcedo. Saka. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lima. Forwards and with intent. Oh, no, he's got that wrong. It's a little off target. Brahim Diaz. Great ball if he can get there. The other side especially adventurous early on. Now it's Saka. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gusto. Brahim Diaz. No, that was never going to make it. Saka. Good run down the right. And here's Thuram. Plenty of space out wide here. Shot could be on. And here's Thuram. And he's straight offside.
Look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Jose.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ramani. Jose. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Brahim Diaz. Vietnam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's had it nicked away. Saka absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Caicedo. Szoboszlai. Saka gets a good foot in there. Eze. And here's Saka. Thuram.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Crossed in once more. And that has been clubbed away. Ødegaard. Eze.
Brahim Diaz.
Rafa Silva. Danger averted for now. And they've got a throw. Good spot, he's seen the run.
Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Thuram. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Thuram. It's a really well-measured ball. Big header! Harmlessly behind. they're making themselves too predictable.
That's a nicely measured pass. Big chance! Goal! First blood drawn.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
The goal scorer after 39 minutes is number 21.
Penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Half-time getting close now. Turan.
Had a fair tumble under that challenge.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Brahim Diaz. Now Ødegaard. Brahim Diaz. That is good
There will be
analysis.
1 minute at a time.
Saka. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Soboslai. Saka here's onto it.
And that's it for the first half.
A breathless ending. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve
Hello
and make it
attendees,
fast.
this is a lost children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Turan. Oh, that's fabulous. Ødegaard. Eze. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Skims one in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Ødegaard looking tiny in possession here. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Eze. And that's another good win of the ball. There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Saka. And here's Turan. Chance to shoot now. Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
649.
Get a throw in.
Alexander-Arnold. Graham Diaz. Number 8, Erdegaard. Number 3,
That's definitely not his best.
Mane.
Well seen, saw that coming.
Coming
He
on the
read that
field.
really well and stopped it.
Number 11,
Martinez calmly anticipates.
Number 7,
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
number 28, Benjamin Pavard. Substitution in progress.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Doku going full tilt down the left. Falls over the line, and it is a corner.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Tries to clear. Rice. Can he put it away? No mistake. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Simple as you like. The outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them up instead.
Very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Lookman. Might be danger here. Oh, that was vital. Martinez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has found the way through. That is lovely.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Now it's Solot. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's managed to get free. Oh, such a clever touch. Eze going face to face with his great rival. Caicedo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo. Solot. Oh, he's found him in space. And he can clear it away.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last flick. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pavard promptly onto that, and that is that. He is through here. An uncompromising challenge.
2 added minutes
Pedri.
have been indicated.
Driving forward. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rafa Silva. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Eze. It's a great ball. Pedri! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
What was was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Hat-trick!
Đôi khi cuộc đời nó không đẹp như bức tranh em từng vẽ, hai tông màu và trắng đen. Những chuyện vui không mấy lớn em cũng đã ngừng kể, khán giả không còn nhắc tên, thành công đến quá sớm thì thường dễ. Để bản thân bị lãng quên phải tự mình bên trong năm dòng kẻ.
What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Please be made
Pedri
aware
claiming the man of the
is
match
not only
award,
permitted in
and there is
designated
very
areas
little room
within
for
these
argument.
grounds.
Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Mưa đừng trước tôi nữa để tôi một mình. Mưa mang bao sầu bi, bao hạt mưa rơi xuống tựa như cực kỳ. Biết yêu là hoang đường mà sao như một phương hướng, cứ đâm đầu lao vào rồi đâm ngay vào tường. Ngỡ yêu được đúng người mà người thấy anh bằng người mới. Giờ mới hay tình yêu với em như trò chơi.
Ngày vui đã tan, tình ta cũng tan tàn, mình anh giữa đêm, ngoài đường phố mưa lạnh, nhìn khói thuốc bay, lòng sao thấy khô cả, vị thuốc lá cay, mà không thấy cay bằng ngày em đã hay. Ngày em đã hay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Baby anh biết em đang chill lên anh vai bên bên ai. Baby anh biết em đang dancing and getting high. Anh không quan tâm em đã khiến anh đau, nhưng anh ta tốt đẹp gì hơn anh đâu. Tuy anh là người đến trước, em lỡ trao người sau. Tiếng yêu phù du cuốn theo ngàn thu giờ thành cố nhân. Bước trong màn mưa giữa đêm lặng thầm lòng ôm uất hận. Trao em bao yêu thương bằng cả cuộc đời, em đang tâm thay anh bằng người yêu mới. Giờ mới hay tình yêu với em như trò chơi.
Ngày vui đã tan,
bằng bao sầu bi, bao hạt mưa rơi xuống tựa như cực hình. Biết yêu là hoang đường mà sao như một phương hướng, cứ đâm đầu lao vào rồi đâm ngay vào tường. Ngỡ yêu được đúng người mà người thấy anh bằng người mới. Oh no, giờ mới hay tình yêu với em như trò chơi. Ngày vui đã tan, tim ta cũng tan tành, mình anh giữa đêm, ngoài đường phố mưa lạnh, nhìn khói thuốc bay, lòng sao thấy khô cằn vì thuốc lá cay, mà không thấy cay bằng ngày em xa anh. Baby anh biết em chillin' and vibing bên anh. Baby anh biết em đang dancing and getting high. Anh không quan tâm em đã khiến anh đau, nhưng anh ta tốt đẹp gì hơn anh đâu. Tuy anh là người đến trước, em lỡ trao người sau. Tiếng yêu phù du cuốn theo ngàn thu giờ thành cô nhân. Bước trong màn mưa giữa đêm lặng cầm lòng u mô hận. Chào em bao yêu thương bằng cả cuộc đời.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. It has already started here. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Stood up well to him there. That's clear cut. Oh, he's taken it. Eze. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Goalkeeper's ball. Saka. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Let's make sure that's not getting through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's got to be in here. There's the hit. There it is.
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Saka.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Crossed it again. Oh, what has happened here? Odegaard. That's Eze. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Soboslai plays it short. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vietnam have their second corner now. He's got tall.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's onside. Big chance. They've scored. They have pulled themselves right back into it.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
How's that for a class finish?
After 21 minutes, Number 27, River Silver. River Silver. River Silver.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Caicedo. Here's a corner, good chance. So, third quarter of the game. Climbs up big! Murillo is there and he can get that clear. Eze. Now it's Rafa Silva. That is good alertness. Caicedo. Rusto. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passes. Brahim Diaz! Out to the right. Szoboszlai. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Played out to the right.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
It's run loose here. Brahim Diaz. Rafa Silva. Eze. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nicely weighted ball. Shapes to shoot! And he's there to clear it. Lima. So what can they make of this? Caicedo. Turan. And the finish! It's there! And they've got their lead back. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
After 40 minutes is number 5, Caicedo.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Eze. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Just to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Eze gets flagged offside. Lima. He's going to be disappointed with that. Ødegaard. That's Brahim Diaz. That's put paid to a promising move.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Caicedo.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cleared without complication. And reclaimed it in a trice. Saka. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a very watchable football match that has already provided 3 goals, both teams contributing plenty to it. And in terms of scoreline, it is close to being perfectly balanced. The game living up to billing and plenty of thrills to keep the crowd warm. We'll be resuming in a quarter of an hour from now with the scoreline 2-1. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And the second half gets underway.
think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Silva. Eze has it out wide and in space. Oh, that should get the job done. He's having a go! Mighty looking ball that. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Eze. Now it's Rafa Silva. Kimmich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Some really good ball movement. Conte. Oh, super ball! And that's well seen too. Brahim Diaz. Conte. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Odegaard. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. He's shifting through the... Rafa Silva! It's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot it was ghastly defence.
Rafa Silva.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution on the field. Number 27. Rafa
Time for
Silva.
changes on both sides, actually.
Number 2.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Number
Well,
3.
this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Coming on the field.
Hugo is sporting a guilty look after that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Number 4. Right.
Saka.
Rudiger. Substitutions taking place.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth quarter of the game. The mighty effort into the pieces. He's got it all. And they get themselves in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
It's the last line of defence, and you don't get it right, you can pay a visit to your net.
Number 11.
Vietnam go into the lead.
Gives it back. He had nobody else to help out there.
Szoboszlai. Now it's Tura. He's certainly onside here. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this looks sharp. That looks a good ball through. He's away. Saka, shot could be on. He's had a shot. Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are cruising away.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
And now he has two. So now the difference is 3.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Vinicius Junior is fouled. Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of terrible shooting range. And that is high. Played out towards the right wing.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Look at the space here! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Mourinho. And it's Rudiger. Going face-to-face with his great rival. Kimmich did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Good spot, he's seen the run.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Murillo kept aware. It is reclaimed easily. Odegaard, Vinicius Junior. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Gusto. Kubo. That's Eze. Kubo. Mendes
There will be 5
wins the
minutes
duel
at
this
a
time.
time.
Kubo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Great defending, strong and determined. Alexander-Arnold.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rudiger. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Looking for the runner. Aim forwards. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
And we come to you
Look
now
back on
with
the
a
game
quick
then, Jim.
request for
Peter,
support.
I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
I miss your distractions, the touches and distress. You're just a plane right away from my permanent visit. And I had to fly out. But you got me strung out. And I had to fly out. Only been alone, but I'm feeling all alone. You should be hopping on a red eye right now. Hopping on a red eye right away. I can rest assured knowing you're on the other end of it. Looking forward to the descent and you're out. I see you when I touch down.
Start to think we were made for each other. And one of us in this relationship is raising the other. You remind me of my mother. We drive one another crazy as each other. And we're both adults and there's no excuse for the games that we play with each other. Where you at? At a friend's? No, you ain't, motherfucker.
Anh phải về trước khi chuyện ngắn. Không mẹ anh lại mình. Đừng đưa cho anh hóa chết lại. Cũng đừng bắt anh đưa về chuyện vắng thôi. Anh không tìm tình yêu đâu, nếu còn không hết. Không muốn thích em đâu nhưng thế là đã kết. Đừng mời anh ly trước còn chưa hết. Khỏi nói về nội trợ, khỏi nói về tên nết. Vị trí em là đó kia chứ không phải chung bếp. Gucci, tụi em sợ tay. YSL trên góc dây. Silent on the phone, vì Facebook em ring suốt ngày. Bạn anh toàn con trai, thương này, nhiều đam mỹ và doanh nhân này. Em không giống biết phương nên lát nữa em ngã chết em.
Oh, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And that gets things running. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I would say this guy, Ronald Araujo. You have a real defender's defender in him, Peter. And he may not be the best with the ball at his feet, but he's very disciplined, he's quick, he's strong. When strikers get a kick out of scoring a goal, he gets a kick out of making a good tackle. That's what he loves, defending.
so keep an eye on him. Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. That support out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ball is bounced loose now. Oh, that was vital. He has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
Saka providing an outlet on that flank. He gets big! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. SA. So it is still 0-0. Murillo. Now Martinez. SA. Alexander-Arnold. Odegaard. And Alexander-Arnold. SA. Back towards the middle. Nice sequence of passes this. Brahim Diaz. Great hit!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Soboslai. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Brahim Diaz. Engages and forces him off the ball. Caicedo turns. Tries a shot! He's scored! There is the breakthrough!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
The goal scorer after 25 minutes is
The first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now the finish! And yes, it's there! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to...
Soboslai!
Well, the moans and groans from the stands.
Chance! Yes! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Vietnam clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score, which the ball was recovered.
And things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Gusto. Alexander-Arnold. Gusto. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Plenty to aim at here. Great chance! Oh, he's been caught napping. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Odegaard. Alexander-Arnold. Ball played for Conte. He's in, plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, not quite.
Saka, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And they can counter here, and he's found a way past. Saka unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Odegaard. Eze. Conte.
Minutes have been indicated.
He's been through, and the shot! He scored! That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Number 9,
Just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Lima. Szoboszlai. Lima. Oh, that's beat. And we hit half-time.
substitution on the field. Inigo Martinez.
That gets things going for the second half.
Coming on the field. Number 28.
Before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Szoboszlai. And here's Thuram. Caicedo. Szoboszlai is flagged offside. Kavar. Now White. Alexander-Arnold. White. Oh, can he get onto this? That's Eze. Conte.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Plays it in. And the keeper couldn't hold it. Sticks it away. And the second half is off to a flyer. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient to try to level things up.
Oh, he's played it in low. Kavar gets rid without sophistication. dangerous ball. Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vietnam are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter attack, and that seems to be the plan. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, yeah. Certainly not as big as those tried to stop them. Danger averted for now. And that's a throw. Ødegaard. Doku. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Ødegaard. It's a good spell of possession, this. Is there any support? Shot a goal! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Conte certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Saka. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Szoboszlai. Nicely worked. Murillo. Here's Doku. Ødegaard. That pass has been well intercepted. That's been cut out, well played. Conte. Alexander-Arnold. Half an hour gone in the second half. Here's Doku. Ødegaard. Ødegaard going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
White makes the interception. Doku. It's Pedri. Ødegaard. Doku. Time is running out here. All they need. It's Silva! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Saka, who's set up one goal so far. Alexander-Arnold.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He rises! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Substitution in progress.
Vietnam can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Doku. Tedry.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all.
There will be 3 minutes.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And through to the goalkeeper. Forwards and with intent. And that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Doku. And that's it. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I'm
Well,
afraid
the game plan for me just looked a little
to be heavy after
the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin.
just let it last, 'cause once it's gone, it's never coming back. It's true, could you love me the same? Tell me what makes you stay. There's 100 ways to leave our love, leave our love, leave our love. 100 ways to leave our love, leave our love, leave our. There's 100 ways to leave our love, and I won't wait a minute longer. 100 ways to leave, but I'm the only one that you need.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. The action has already started. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Brahim Diaz going face to face with his great rival. Brahim Diaz. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's been drilled in. Odegaard touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
That is commitment to the cause.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Soboslai. Now it's Saka. Saka driving forwards. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy, Wilfried Zaha, we all knew about his ability as a winger, but I think he can be a far more rounded player than that, Peter. His best performances seem to come when given the freedom to roam and he's allowed to play through the middle behind a central striker.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good. Saka really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Zaha. Araujo gets it away and reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Zaha. Fiddles it through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good.
And that has been clubbed away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Xin lỗi người vì những điều chưa nói ra.
Said about that pass the better. Can he spark a counter
Xin
here?
lỗi người
Well, that looks a
vì bao
foul.
ngày
Yep, the referee's
qua
given
đã
it.
trôi về đâu. Mất bao lâu để ta tạm quên u sầu, để tim này rơi cơn đau và những ký ức mệt nhòi chợt tan vào sớm mai. Cảm ơn người vì luôn cạnh bên sớt chia buồn vui. Cảm ơn người vì đôi bàn tay không đành buông xuôi. Nước mắt nào rồi cũng sẽ trôi rất nhanh về nơi ấm êm
Unable to
vô
make it happen for all his good intentions.
ta xin để lại nụ hôn một lần với ai.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Szoboszlai. Gusto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Alexander-Arnold.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now it's Zaha. There's the hit! And the ball's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ooh, can he get onto this? That's a nicely measured pass. He's picked his way through. Cleared away. Aimed forwards. Rudiger cuts out the pass. Flips it up and over. Not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. He is through here. Rudiger defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Soboslai picks it up out wide. Rudiger gets it away. Lovely feet. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Lima hurtling down that right flank. And through to the goalkeeper. Pavard. To Soboslai. Into Kovacic. First 45 minutes are up. Perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. Tight affair, 0-0 at the break.
Entrance gate. Thank you very
After
much.
the first 45 minutes.
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
So they're heading no further forward. The score here still 0-0. Here's the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Well, that looks a decent ball. White calmly anticipates.
Pavard. Alexander-Arnold. Rice.
Gently done. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Nuno Mendes. Kimmich. Kovacic.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Nuno Mendes. Vietnam are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That has been cut short. Ball is still. The other side really getting onto the front foot. And here's Thuram. Nuno Mendes. Oh, red. Nice interception.
The attendance for this match was
They'll bring through and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And he's straight offside. time in the game here.
Number 10.
Good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Number 27. Rafa Silva. Number 3. Eze. Hernandez.
And it's Silva.
Rudiger.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the defence proved infallible then, and that won't be the last they'll see of it. Thuram! Eze. Alexander-Arnold. Ødegaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Kovacic kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Alexander-Arnold. Passing nice and neat. Ødegaard. Ødegaard will not want to lose out here, not against decent hits! And that's caused a worry or two. Mendes, played with finesse. Oh, he's found him in space. Timber tries to clear. Kovacic. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Looking for options for movement. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Saka. Chance! Oh, he's been caught napping. Has another goal!
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Araujo spots it and intercepts. And it's Kovacic. 5 minutes left on the clock. Eze. He's had it! Oh, that's incredible! And that might well be that!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
87 minutes. Number 27. Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva. Substitution.
Vietnam can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So the first goal of the game.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
And he's in on Kenny finish! It's loose and there's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught on it here! And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card. intercepts. Hernandez is there to clear. Chips it through. And he's there to belt it away. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Rafa Silva voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Tickets at hand as it's time to announce the
Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away.
Phía đêm tối qua anh đã mong nhớ, phía đêm lá thư tâm tư trong đó. Ngỡ em ghé qua nhìn nụ cười anh, có lẽ em cũng mê từ lần gặp đó. 5 in the morning, thức trắng đêm đi tâm sự. Em nói em muốn được cùng anh, đông bước qua đến ngày xuân, đi đến đâu cũng có nhau.
Trên da văn hóa bền vững như một phiến đất. Tránh xa casino, trốn trong phòng thu em mặc tu liền patio. Bước lên TV show, sau đó biến cả cái stick tới cái đồ kia patio. Lead đẹp vái mới sao, yeah that I like wow, how I like, I know. Biết ơn mọi thứ đang ở đây, biết ơn làm sao gia đình giờ trên tận cây. Quyết tâm rời Huế và nhung nhớ lấy đằng xa để một ngày đã tới.
mơ rất thật nên em vẫn nhớ nhớ ánh mắt thêm đôi môi và nụ cười, nhớ cái cách anh nâng niu và chiều chuộng em. Nếu anh không làm mây trời, nếu như anh chẳng xa vời, nếu như anh có thật trên đời thì cớ sao anh vẫn còn chưa tới. Đêm em mơ mộng mộng dù về dù đó, nhưng em quên được nung chiều. Rất mong anh hãy biết điều, có hay không phải giả tin hiệu, vì có như không trong ta không có. Đêm em mơ mộng mộng dù về dù đó. You, I just wanna be with you. You, I just wanna dream about you. Đêm em mơ mộng mộng dù về dù đó.
Nhớ anh mà chẳng đi trong giấc mơ của em, vì bình yên trong anh có lẽ nó đã cũ mềm, bởi vì thời gian ta bên nhau đang trôi đi quá vội.
Nếu muốn giữ lại nụ hôn này thì em cứ tìm tới, anh không từ chối. Chỉ cần là sai don't lie. I want only trong tranh trong thơ. Đơn giản nhận lại và từ cho đi. Nhận anh khi em say đi mạnh dạn hơn thì có mình. Hay là em vẫn muốn là mình chỉ hôn nhau trong mơ. Anh không thích cái cách em bảo là em nó lonely. Hiểu là do anh không được theo vậy I'm sorry. I ain't chase around, I ain't chase around. Nhưng khoảng trống trong em đang muốn được đưa nỗi nhớ của anh dồn vào. Chỉ có thể là anh, chỉ có thể là anh. Muốn đừng anh từ đây ông Amy, yeah, yeah. Nếu mà em đang muốn là my lady, thế thì anh rất vui về được làm baby, yeah. Amy, baby, yeah. Để anh nhớ mai xem em thấy gì, yeah. Eski.
Nếu anh không làm mây trời, nếu như anh chẳng xa vời, nếu như anh có thật trên đời thì cứ
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Action has already started. And he was quick to react. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed ball all the way.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rudiger. And Araujo. Caicedo. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He can run onto that, and he's away. He's free, he has got space. And it's hoisted clear. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Szoboszlai. Chance here to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Doku.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pedri. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Szoboszlai. Now it's Thuram. Thuram was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Passing is crisp and sharp. Kimmich cuts it out. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Szoboszlai running with the ball. Martinez gets across to intercept that. Gusto. For Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Mourinho. Alexander-Arnold. Kimmich puts his foot on the gas. Under an awful lot of pressure. It's run loose here. Caicedo. Alexander-Arnold. Under has found the net here, of course. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Szoboszlai. Saka. Oh, good read. Soboslai. He's had a shot! In he goes again! Well, there's the clearance. Soboslai. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Alexander-Arnold.
Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pedri. Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. And here's Doku, foot in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting. Off the post! That's been drilled forward. No way through there. Pedri.
Alexander-Arnold.
Doku. Doku unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Please join
On
me
the
in
face of
wishing
it,
all
it
the
looks
best
a
for
fair
members
reflection
of
of
our
what
fan
we've all
club
seen,
celebrating
Peter.
their wedding
Some
anniversary
incisive play
today.
one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're underway again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Van der Ven. Kimmich. Now it's Thuram. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
Alexander-Arnold. Rice.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely worked. And he's on his way! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Good there. Wiggles his way through. Kimmich did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Saka. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a goal kick. So time for change. This one has been on the cards for a little while. Torino.
Benjamin
Separated by the game's only goal.
Coming on the field,
Number 3.
Vietnam
Eze.
appear to be happy to let
Number
their front
27,
players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And we have our very first corner.
Substitutions taking place.
And the keeper beats it away. And here's Rafa Silva. He's gone for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Rafa Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Lima. Szoboszlai. Pass is just off target.
Vietnam are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, can he get onto this?
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That's going to be a booking. Vietnam making consecutive changes here. Jose. And here's Rafa Silva. He's tried one! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pedro Neto. Time, excellent interception. Oh, they could be caught out here. Big chance! He scored! Do not write them off. Back they come. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Now, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
It's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
That is a little undercooked. Oh, red, nice interception. Alexander-Arnold. And he cuts out the supply. That has been cut short. Oh, this looks sharp. And they can counter here. They seem to be well there. Alexander
game played a part in that because he should have put them ahead then.
So, third corner of the game.
Baby, I'm a rock star.
Oh, smashing header! They scored! Into the lead once more. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Baby, I'm a rock star.
Rafa Silva. Kimmich. Great defending, strong and determined. Very much into the last knockings. Eze. Ødegaard. That's a shade
Added
optimistic.
minutes has been indicated.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Some really good ball movement. Oh, that's clever. Hernandez cuts out the pass. Alexander-Arnold. Eze. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodrigo might just make this. And that's it. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.
And now I'd just like to read out our
taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very